So I am here to do the new moon solar eclipse video for the fire signs. So I'm going to do this video a little bit differently. Brandy's going to clean herself like she normally does. Instead of the consolidated fire sign reading that I normally do, I'm going to do one for each of the signs. So this reading is going to be for Aries, Leo, and Sag. And I will put the times, like the time markers, in the description box so that you don't have to sit through somebody else's reading unless you want to. So this applies to sun signs, rising signs, and moon signs. So the new moon solar eclipse is on the 25th or the 26th, kind of depending on where you are in the world. This solar eclipse is really, it's like a portal, gateway opening for us to kind of move into this really positive space. New moons are always a good time to like start new things, plant new seeds. This is also the last eclipse of 2019, the last new moon of 2019. This is just like a really kind of positive time, positive reading. So start with Aries. So I've got 4 cards for each sign. I'll go through each card. And the 3 tarot cards are from the Santa Muerte deck. It's beautiful deck. There's a moon card that I'm gonna pull from the Moonology deck. The first card for Aries is this world card. The world card really signifies that we have come to the end of a cycle, that we have come to an end of a lesson, you know, that we've learned what we needed to learn, that, you know, this kind of time of going around and around with this issue is coming to an end. And so this is a really positive card. Like whatever cycle you've been in, whatever lesson you've been in, it's coming to an end now, which is really great. The next card is the Wheel of Fortune card. And so this card has a lot of imagery like around balance, you know, the light and the dark, the hourglass, the, oh my gosh, what are these called? I was gonna call it a sigil. That's not what it's called. I don't remember the word for it. But the Wheel of Fortune card is about our luck changing. So like you have come to the end of a cycle, maybe an end of a lesson. Things are turning around for the positive for you. And then the next card is the 2 of Pentacles. So this card is really, Pentacles are money, but this feels like, to me, this feels like business partnership. So like a lot of time partnership is like a mirror. Relationship is like a mirror where we find people that reflect back things that we don't see about ourselves. And this is really kind of like 2 people coming together, 2 ideas coming together to make one thing. So if you are thinking about starting a business, if you are a business owner, if you're thinking about getting to a business partnership with someone, like this is a really positive card for that. This is your new moon solar eclipse card. So communication is key. If you have been struggling to speak up for yourself, if you've been struggling to be heard, this solar eclipse is really encouraging you to step through the threshold that's happening on the 25th and 26th. And this is kind of lasting to the end of the year. To step through this threshold and get comfortable using your voice, whether that's like spoken or if it's written. Next, we have Leo. Your first card is 6 of Cups. So we see this woman, she's got all these cups, they're really full, kind of like splashing around. This is like a card of abundance, like this really positive card. She's just able to receive, you're able to receive now things that you've really wanted for a while. You're just kind of going with it. Like when we look at her, like there's no guilt about how much abundance she has. Like she's not worried about, there's no scarcity, like the water's kind of spilling out, it's not a big deal. She's kind of sauntering through life, just receiving whatever good things life is bringing her. So that's just so good. So this next card, you just love it. It's just so tender. I'm such a Cancer. Is the Two of Cups. So Two of Cups is typically like a love card, you know, and it doesn't always have to be like romantic love. It can be a really intimate, like close friendship, like a really tender family relationship, like mother-child, father-child. You have someone in your life, or someone is coming in. I really feel like you have someone in your life. And it's this very reciprocal relationship, the way that like this person is pouring into this person, and because of the love that this person's receiving, they want to reach out really tenderly to the other person's heart. So it's almost like this kind of flowing cycle, which is just like, it's just really beautiful and ooey gooey, and I just love it. So like you have someone in your heart that, or someone in your heart, well, they're probably in your heart, yeah. Someone in your life that really wants this with you, or you have this with someone already, which is so beautiful. I just love it. So the third card is Seven of Swords, and we can interpret this card in like one of two ways. Either he is getting put into the coffin and these are gonna nail him in, or he's coming out. And so to me, it really feels like you're coming out of this dark place. You're coming out of a space where like you've kind of been in hermit, you know, you've kind of been by yourself. You've kind of been just taking things like one step at a time, just kind of being a little bit invisible, being a little bit in the dark. And now with this new moon solar eclipse, like you're really ready to like fling open the coffin, open the door, and just really come out and be in the light and be in the world. So this is just really positive. I love it. I don't know, I just love cards. I love love. So your new moon solar eclipse card is Surrender to the Divine, which is, I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. Whatever the higher power is that you believe in, God, universe, source, nature, whatever it is that you believe in, really surrendering into that trust that you have for that higher power. Next is Sag. Last but not least, Sagittarius's. So this first card that you're getting is the Ten of Pentacles, which the neat thing about this deck is that all of the 10 cards are butterfly, but you're kind of completing a transformation, because really that's what butterflies represent. You know, they go through these 4 stages. You're completing this transformation around the way that you view money and the way that you view your own worth. Like this new moon solar eclipse is a gateway that you get to walk through, and it almost feels like you're walking through this really kind of magical portal, and things are just shedding off of you. Whatever like scarcity, lack, not good enough was there with you this year, it's like once you kind of come through this threshold, it's just gonna fall away. Like you don't need it anymore. You can't take it with you. It's not beneficial to you. Okay, next card is Five of Cups. This card's a little bit heavy. There's a love issue, relationship issue. It might be self-worth issue that you are really, really ruminating on, just like overthinking. And you're creating this maze in your mind that you just get stuck in. When we try to look really closely at it, there's no entry or exit. Like you're just in here. And whatever it is that you're struggling with, you're not, this is not a figure it out thing. This is not like a puzzle that you're going to solve in your mind. This is a new way of being, and you just have to sit in it the way that he's sitting in this water. So you're trying to like do, and this is not a doing thing, this is a being. And the way that we learn to be with things is really just to sit with it, which is so hard because in our culture, like you do, like what are the 10 steps? What is the class I need to go to? What is the article I need to read? What is the retreat I need to do? What is the food I need to eat, the vitamins, all this stuff. Whatever change or difficulty you're struggling with in relationships, this card is telling you it's not a thinking, doing thing, it's a being thing. I feel like a really great analogy for how to be with something is if you were trying to take like a really relaxing bath or a shower, like a really hot shower. You don't like splash the water on yourself, like relaxation, get into me. Like it doesn't work that way. Like you just sit in it, or you know, if you're in the shower, you stand in it, and like you're just waiting for the heat of the water to kind of penetrate your muscles to create a relaxing feeling. You're waiting for like that relaxation to happen. When we're actually in the act of relaxing, it's just kind of letting things fall away and just being with the bath or the shower or the heat or the sore muscles or whatever. That you just need to sit in this, because that's all you can do, and that's what you're supposed to be doing. So the third card is the Knight of Swords. The swords is usually like a mindset, like a thinking thing, but to me, this is really about, there's things that, a lot of ruminating in your mind, a lot. This blue paired with this to me is like voice, throat chakra, speaking, writing, communicating. That there's things that are in you that need to come up and out, because you can't live with a sword down your throat. Like you just can't, even if you're a skeleton and you're dead. There are things that need to come up and out so that you can go to where you're supposed to go. Because when we look at the sky, he's not actively riding the horse. The horse is stopped, just waiting for him to pull out whatever, you know, the sword, to get this thing out of the way so that they can continue on their journey. So, very similar to, I think it was Aries, journal, talk to a friend, communicate, get things out. So your new moon solar eclipse card is that a win-win outcome is in the forecast. So that difficult stuff that you're dealing with in your mind, it's going to work out. It's going to be fine. The Libra scales to me is kind of talking about like it's communicating that you're kind of learning balance. You know, you're learning that it's not all your way and it's not all their way. So win-win is when, I was going to say compromise, but I don't even feel like compromise is the right word, because compromise is like, I'll give up this and you give up that. And it's very much about the sacrifice energy. And I feel like win-win is more, this is what I need. Are you okay with that? This is what you need. I'm okay with that. So I hope that makes sense. But this is a really positive card. So I hope you guys enjoyed the reading. I don't know if you guys can see the sleeping babies. See Ben's over here. If I can move this. Oh, sleepy Ben. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this new moon solar eclipse card reading. I hope you all have a happy holiday. And please leave me a comment. Like, are you doing anything special for the new moon? Are you doing anything special for the eclipse? How was the card reading for you? Did it resonate? Connect with me, comment, like, share, whatever you feel called to do. Thank you. Bye.